Hello and welcome to the second part of this video live coding series where we will be implementing the battle menu as you see here before you. So in the last video we already created part of this and I'll just start up the battle interface once again to show you what we did. And that's here. When you go to the quit menu, there is an option to quit yes or no, and if we quit the game. If we don't, we just close the dialog. So that's what we did last video. And what we want to do today is we want to implement the options menu here. So the options menu, it's supposed to show the options here at the right hand side. For example, to lower or the volume of or play or lower the volume or increase the volume of the sound effects or the music, for example. That's what we want to do. So what we want to do now is lock this background here and unlock the options here, because let's hide this quit stuff. We want to add the controls here for the options which are exactly the same as in the main menu. So if we go to the main menu, right here, we open it up, we close up the quit here and we open up the options, and there we see that all of these options are available. We're going to implement all of them. So I want to select them all and I want to copy them into the clipboard, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to the battle menu. No, I'm going to the battle here and I'm clicking here on this menu options and I'm pasting. And then you see that's far too big, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, like 20 or whatever, and this one as well, and into label 20. So this one should be a bit smaller too. Let's make it 40 by 40. Okay, cool. And then we'll make this a bit smaller as well. Okay. Let's do that. Align, size, make the same width. And these ones are about okay. Going to volume delimiter left or right. Alright, so how does this work? Well, if you recall the video on how the main menu works and on how the different options here work, I'm going to shortly come back, revisit this, the way this works. Actually, these are controls. This is a volume indicator, and the volume indicator has a context. Namely, it's got music as a context, or it got sound effects as a context. And also this slider here has a behavior of drag and drop, and it's only dragging horizontally. So we can drag it to the left or to the right. But we cannot drag it too far to the left or too far to the right, actually, because then it would go further than the width of these bars here. So in order to check if it's gone too far to the left or too far to the right, there are the volume delimiter left and the volume delimiter right. So these should be implemented here as well. So if we go back to the main menu and we go to the event sheet, then there will be somewhere here some functions to encompass this logic. And we're just searching for it here. Main menu interaction, main menu logic. Not finding it immediately. Let's search for it, find all references. And here we are in the main menu. That's what we want. So here, if we switch to the main menu, and we are using the menu options, what happens here is this X and Y volume indicator X value. So the horizontal position is calculated using the current music volume. The same counts here for the SFX volume. And the checkbox here is activated or deactivated. That's what happens here. So also, normally there should be some interaction here. We pick the volume indicators with music. It should be within the left and the right volume indicators, and with the same thing, it should be within the left or the right volume indicators. So I'm just going to copy this over, and I'm also going to copy this over because this is when this is dragging and the volume indicator contact equals music, then it changes the music volume, and it also changes the sound effects volume. So that's actually what I want, is this and this and this and this and this as well. So we copy that and we copy it back to the battle menu, and we're going to paste it here. So this is exactly the same, and this should be working all right, provided we've got the music volume. So we change music volume is in the sound, I think, and we're gonna have use for settings as well. So that should do it. Let's test that, if that already works. That's not working. Why not? Probably because we didn't change the function here. Oh, I've accidentally deleted it. We should change the function battle switch menu. Alright, and then we have to check what's it called again. Action equals options, and then we go to the battle menu, and then the menu option equals options, and what we need to do is menu options here. Okay, that should do the trick. Let's check that out. Okay, that happens, and it already happens, you see. It's higher or lower. Cool stuff. We set the effects volume, and we can see that the volume bars are going too far to the right. That's because those delimiters are not 100% correct yet. So let's diminish that because it's annoying me, and we also want to go and check what happens here. Of course, I know what happens. Actually, in the background, the no button is here. This no button, and I'm also clicking that one. So we should check really when clicking the no button also that this battle menu selection, I press the C for condition and I compare it to values, that the battle menu selection equals quit. And that will no longer happen normally. So let's go to options. Okay, that's good. It still is the clicking sound, and the clicking sound is because the battle menu selection here, this clicking sound is happening either way. So we need to say that the context is menu. So that'll work. What's going to happen now is we're going to change that a little bit, and we're going to move this a little bit further to the side, like that. So we can actually see that the slider isn't moving up too far ahead.
Fight.
Options, how far does it go? Can still be a bit more to the left. but immediately we can check if the sound effects value is very much lower, like this. We continue. See, the sound effects are not playing anymore, so that should be okay. Let's make them full blown. Why is that not working? Okay, that works. So it appears that this button here is no longer working now. So I wonder why. I think I just didn't implement it yet. So let me check in the battle menu where that seems to be happening. And it should be on the HUD, I believe. The HUD. Where is it? Okay. This, yes. Where is it used? So in interaction, on left click, edit it. Alright, that's not really happening. So this is in interaction, battle interaction. And now we need the battle menu interaction. Paste that below there. This is no longer necessary. And then we need functions, hide battle menu. So let's see if that works. So bit by bit we're continuing this
fight
dialogue. Yeah, so that works. And also let's go to interaction. And we forgot to play that sound. So we can copy over that sound as well. So it plays the sound whenever we click that button. That's just nicer. Alright. That's okay. We need to check if the hint buttons still work. So what we're first going to do is check this one here, because this only can happen this dragging effect when the battle menu selection equals options, or else we're going to have the same effect as when clicking these buttons here. When we're in another option of the menu, we're also going to have this music volume change whenever we drag. So that's not something we want. And also this. So that should work. Let's check that out. So everything should still work. Okay, go to the options. Still work. And whenever we click here, this shouldn't work actually. So that's the idea here. It's still a bit too far to the right, these ones. We're just going to move this over a bit more to the left. Okay, now we should check if this hint thing works or not. When clicking the hint button, we check the checking, or we check the setting, or we don't. So what happens here is we invert the animation frame. If the animation frame is 0, we set it to 1, else we set it to 0. That is because when we go and look at this and we double click, we say that this is these two different items here, like that. And the second thing we do actually in battle menu is we save a setting. This hinting enabled setting is actually a function which is called here in the settings event sheet, where we can save a certain setting based on a certain value and a combination of setting string. Actually, this setting should be placed to that value, and immediately it will save to the local storage. But that's for another video. You can check another video on my channel to see exactly how these settings work. So that should work theoretically. Let's go. Let's test it. So that's not working, is it? The question is, why is it not working? So the main menu selection, it's not main menu selection part, it's the battle menu selection. That is the problem. No, I want the battle interface. Okay. Now let's see if we've got hints. No more hints anymore. That's good. We go to the inventory options again. Up. And we've got hints again. So that's working perfectly. So now we've implemented this button. We've implemented options, which is great. And we've not implemented inventory, that's for the next video, and we've implemented quit. So that concludes part 2 of this video series for the battle menu. And in the next video we will be implementing the inventory, where we'll be moving towards the inventory screen and coming back to this layout. So as always, please like, please subscribe, and if you want the full source code of this project, be sure to support me on my Patreon page.